All right. We apologize for the issues with our tech this morning, but we are about to start set 2 on day 2 of the VLA Cup. We have SportConX versus out of San Francisco versus the Phoenix Ascension. SportConX took set 1, 25-22. Let's see if Phoenix Ascension is able to bounce back. My name is Tim Faulkner, and I have with me the Todd J, the ultimate photographer. And we apologize for not being Rob St. Clair, but we think we're pretty awesome too, so we're going to do our best today. All right, a little bit out of system swing from SportConX to start set 2. Thomas Nelson unable to find court with that ball.
So with all the fellas kind of starting day 2 and all the muscles starting to get a little fatigued, what do you think is going to be the most important thing here throughout the day to prevent any type of injury? Or are the guys going at 100% now, or are they leaving a little gas in the tank for later today and tomorrow?
You know, I really think that the best way to go is to go 100% all the time, because if you take it all, if you dial it back a little bit, you risk having to play more volleyball by business as efficiently as possible. Conserve your body and be prepared for everything. Thomas Nelson tries to swipe off the block, just missed the block and the court that time. Connor Doherty back to serve.
I'm a big fan of number 9 here. I enjoy watching him playing. It's really been fun to see him transition from middle to outside, which has been a good time.
I agree. It's been a lot of fun to watch him fill in different positions on the Ascension roster and really thrive wherever he's been.
I talked to him
outside shot, missed a little bit long.
Talked to him yesterday, and he said he's here for the highlight reel. Whether it is an epic fail or it's an epic success, he said he's going all out. He doesn't care what happens.
Yep, I think that's a great attitude. Ooh, nice pickup off the block there.
Yeah.
See if Brian Lewis can put this away. Good swing. Some scrappy ball up at the net. Everybody's staying aggressive. Ooh, SportConX unable to maintain that rally. Yeah, I think one of the most fun parts about some of these competitions is there's such a great community and camaraderie, not just amongst the individual teams, but amongst all the teams collectively. So, you know, you have some amazing highlight reel plays and then some not so highlight reel plays that happen as well, and everybody kind of ribs each other about it. Everybody cheers each other on when there's a great play, because we're all here to play hard and compete and to win, but we're also just here because we love the sport of volleyball and are excited to see the growth of a new professional league in the States. Nice miscommunication by the Ascension defense. Sam Haggard made a smart play swiping off the block for a reset, but his team was unable to keep that ball alive and get that second chance at the attack. Number 16, Stephen Moy, back to serve. A lot of system ball. Haggard on the outside. Unable to get on top of that. Misses just a little bit long.
So we got Brian over here in the middle, on the outside. How much of an advantage is it to have a really strong lefty in the entire program?
I think it really just it's something that we've all had to deal with as opponents, dealing with the lefty on the other side of the court. But it definitely can be a great advantage on that right side because it just changes the angle of the shots and changes the way that you line up against that blocker. Ooh, ref overrules the line judge. I would agree on that one. I think that ball was wide by a couple inches. Ball SportConX. Ascension understandably not happy, but that happens. Yeah, I think the overwhelming majority of hitters are righties, and then it's not that lefties on the right side are super rare, but you still see more righties than you do lefties, and it just changes everything about the way that you line up your defense, whether you're on the block or the back row. Brian Lewis back to serve after getting that kill on the right side. Nice pass. Kicking back to the right side. Ooh. Colin Hackworth on the right with a thump down that line. 7-4 SportConX.
Yeah, speaking of line judges, shout out for these guys getting up early on a Saturday and Sunday morning.
Oh, yeah.
It was nice to see one of the line judges here yesterday. We actually coached her back home, so it was nice to see her. I haven't seen her for a year or so when she came over here to college.
A little bit of misconnect there up on the right side. Tries to shoot for that corner in deep zone 5. Misses just a little bit long. Colin Hackworth back to serve. 8-4.
Yeah, and to your point, between the family and the community, it takes many hands to run an event like this. So big thank yous to everybody involved for sure.
Yeah, we're really grateful to the to Volleyball and the facility and the greater Team Pineapple family and neighborhood, because they've really stepped up to help host and facilitate a really great event. Sam Haggard back to serve. 5-8. Nice pass by Libero. Just a little bit of a misconnect on timing on the outside for SportConX. Oh, slipped it through the block. My apologies. He was able to get that underneath the block and get that kill. Serve down into the net. Score check, Phoenix Ascension.
So when you're back home, do you see the Swede guys at all?
We do.
Do you?
Yeah, it's actually we're actually very excited to have another Chicago team joining the VLA. We've been playing against those guys in tournaments for years and years, and we're really just pumped to have them be a part of the VLA family, because they're a great group of guys, a great group of competitors, and even though they weren't able to pull out a win yesterday, not unlike the Icemen, they really played some fantastic volleyball, and we're looking forward to the Chicago versus Chicago battle this afternoon. Well-formed triple block by SportConX, able to put that ball into the back corner. Timeout Ascension.
So, yeah, aside from Chicago versus Chicago, what are the big matches on the day today?
I don't think there are any matches that aren't big going on today.
Yeah.
Now we're at the point where it's kind of do or die. Everybody's got to win to stay in the fight for gold, and regardless of how you went yesterday, it's a new day, and you got to fight for every point. On our main court right now, we've got LVC 2 versus Rising Tide, which I think could be a real solid battle. I believe they are literally just started first set.
Yeah, it's been really fun. As a matter of fact, we wrap this up, I'm going to go catch some of the Rising Tide down there. Like I said, it's been really fun to see what Matt has put into play over the season.
Yeah,
and
then, August.
Yep.
Yep.
And then to see Brandon Directo and Ryan Radira take some of that beach skill and bring it indoors, it's always fun too.
Yep. It's always fun watching those players make that transition and just frustrate some of the true indoor players, and with some of the craftiness and shots that are not uncommon, but not necessarily the go-to, and you really just see all the tools that they have in their belts. Another big swing by Colin Hackworth on the right. Good effort by Zach Melcher to get a touch on that ball, but unable to keep it in play.
Yeah, it's fun to watch the games when you actually see it. You know, when you're shooting photos, you're just catching it frame by frame, so it's really fun to see it unfold here.
Kevin Rakestraw on the serve, 5-5. Well passed by Brian Lewis. Little misconnect on that Bick. Let's see if SportConX can take advantage. Slow down on that 31 by Ascension. Fast outside. Able to break through the block. Kill by Connor Doherty. Nice quick offense in transition there, set by Zach Melcher. Melcher back to serve. Nice pass. Ooh, answers back. Answers back with the Bick there. All right, stream's still alive. Camera took a beating on that ball, but I think we're still all good. Really like that setter choice by SportConX, answering the Bick with the Bick of their own. although unable to capitalize by putting that serve into the net. Both setters, Zach Melcher and Ryan Bridge, have done a really good job spreading the offense so far this morning. Really doing a good job of making their opposing blockers work and, really fight just to close any block that they can. Oh, nice little tandem running around from the far side by Thomas Nelson. Really worked to cover some ground coming around from the right. So, Todd, from your perspective, being the cameraman for all of our events, is it tough for you to not cheer on individual teams versus each other? Because at this point, you've been around our gyms for long enough to have relationships with people on both teams.
It is actually it's harder sitting here on mic to not react to some of the plays that are happening right now.
That's fair.
But you're right. Actually, I was just thinking about how difficult it must be for folks like Serge, who have moved into different teams, to pick up on another team's system, right?
Yep.
So you're talking earlier around sometimes the folks are playing together, playing against each other. How difficult is it to adjust to a system for a different team that you've moved to, right? So Serge is going to be playing against Ascension today. How difficult is it to actually adjust to a program?
Yeah, that's a really good point. And as far as kind of adjusting to systems and getting used to new and old opponents, I hadn't really thought about it before, but some of the new teams here who are, we have such a large group of talent all across the board, not just the outstanding Tier 1 VLA teams, but all the new teams that are here this weekend. I hadn't really thought about it, but they actually have the advantage of having to have been able to watch video and scout the matches that the Tier 1 teams have played so far this season. So it's not something that you get to see with a normal with a regular tournament throughout the year like this. Yeah, it's I manage to stay as impartial as I can. For me, it's really about all nice
the moments.
Defensive play.
They're just really cool pictures and cool moments that happen. And those are the things I cheer for, the individuals, right? I love seeing all you guys play, for sure.
Nice quick middle offense out of Team Ascension in transition.
And seeing how the athletes move from team to team, for me it's more about seeing how each individually performs versus an overall team.
Yeah.
A loyalty to Ascension or Iceman or whomever.
Again, Team SportConX answers back with the middle of their own.
I can tell you that there are classic pictures from each individual, right? So Melcher has got a classic one-handed back set. I just love when I capture that moment. Connor has a really cool load step when he's running out of the middle. That's another one that I really like to see.
Yep. Do you find yourself noticing those patterns and then seeking out those shots?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and it's really hard because, as a photographer, I try to stay out of you guys' space.
Yep.
And, one of my favorite pictures, actually, when you come to the service line, and I try to, it seems to be a religious ritual, and I just try to stay out of that as much as I can, but those are really special captures to me.
Actually, I think I know what shot you're talking about.
Yeah. I've got one of those. I've got one of those in my folder, and that's what I need. Like I said, I try to stay out of your spaces. So.
You do a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
been getting awesome shots.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think that's one of the reasons why I'll have leagues and teams seek me out is the ability to respect the athlete's space, to be unseen.
Tricky shot by Thomas Nelson, going behind his back, tipping down that line, misses just wide.
It's tough to be unseen with all of the COVID restrictions because there's only a handful of us in the gym, but,
Another quick transition run by Ascension to the pin. Connor Doherty unable to position himself well enough to keep that ball inside. Number 17, Kevin Rakestraw, back to serve. SportConX up 20-14 in the second set, leading 1-0 in sets on the match. Nice pass by Sam Haggard.
Nice.
There we go. Nice outside ball. Connor put that one away. Really like the reset choice.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of all the SMAC equipment here, too. I love that Bill and the SMAC team make these guys look so good week in and week out.
Yep, teams are looking good.
Yeah.
Little misconnect by Brian Lewis putting that ball long, but SportConX in the net. Ascension mounting a little comeback here. We're down 7-8 points. Able to chip away at this block. Let's see if they can close out or keep it moving and take this set too. Little out of system by SportConX. Nice. Great chip off the block by Connor there. I can tell you that right there is a really frustrating kill to be on the receiving end of, because he went up, allowed himself to drop down a little bit and wait for that ball to get lower, and then chipped off the blocker as he was on his way down as well. Very difficult thing to deal with as a blocker. Great rip on the outside by Thomas Nelson. Zach Melcher unable to handle that ball.
And I feel like that type of swing and that type of move, it's just a matter of repetition and playing the game for so long, just knowing the right time to pull that trigger. Very instinctive.
Yeah, it's not always about being in or out of system. Sometimes it's just got to be one of your tools that you do to keep people off guard, or catch people off guard, sorry. Good rally shaping up here. SportConX able to put it away on the 31.
Just wrapping up all the high school seasons and college seasons and all the younger players. It's just so amazing to me how fast this game moves at this level.
Mm-hmm.
You forget how fast it moves.
It's a totally different beast, too, when you're seeing it in person. Just seeing the athleticism and how fast everybody's getting from A to B all over the court in every position. You know, there's 12 guys moving in unison at full speed. You know, plays on average only last about 8 seconds, and on the high end, you know, you'll get a good 30-second rally from time to time. But it's just amazing to watch everybody work in unison at such a high speed and run such a high-speed offense. It's amazing that middles are able to do the things that they do on the block.
Yeah, when we came in Thursday night to get everything ready, a couple of the teams had come in early to practice, and was watching Greg Petty from LVC hit, and man, when that guy swings, that just sounds like a cannon going off. It's ridiculous.
Ooh, speaking of cannons, Brian Lewis putting down the hammer on the right side there for Team Ascension. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's a couple of hitters here this weekend who, you know, you don't have to be watching the match. You can hear it when they're the ones that are hitting that ball. It's just a different level of connection. Ooh, big block on the outside, shutting down Colin Hackworth on the right.
I love seeing the reaction of some of these guys.
Yep.
Pure joy. Pure joy.
So far this second set. Well, little water on the ball, clean that off. So far in this second set, Ascension has done a good job of slowing down Colin Hackworth on the right, who was a big difference maker in that first set, putting them away. 23-20, SportConX. Ooh. Yep. There he is again. Setter Ryan showing that habit of repeating hitters who either make an error or get blocked. It's a move that I'm a really big fan of, and maybe it's a little bit too well known, and it's been kind of problematic so far this weekend, but repeating that that hitter set just so they can get another swing, correct the error that they might have made, and demonstrate that the setter still has confidence in them regardless of what happened on that play before. A little misconnect on that tandem. Nice pickup, keeping it alive. 4 contacts called on Team Ascension. All right, that ends set 2. SportConX goes up 2-0 on the match. Let's see if Ascension can turn it around. That was definitely a much better look for Team Ascension in that second set. Let's hope that they can carry that momentum forward and take this third set and send this match a little bit longer.
Yeah, you had mentioned earlier about different images. That's another one. I love a triple block. I love a triple block. One of my favorite triple block pictures actually is in this gym from, I think, a year and a half ago. Andre was here. There was a triple block by the Iceman right in this middle court. It was fantastic. We were talking between last matches about how some of the teams are really elevating to the skill of the talent in the gym, right? I've been seeing these guys play for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing Ascension and a number of teams. And it's incredible to me when you start to put these guys against really high talent, high caliber athletes, how well their skill elevates along with them.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned about just the competition in this gym. The Midwest has never seen competition like this in one place. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's been really great to see just the depth of the talent in the tournament, and there are no bad teams here. Mm-mm. Everybody's playing really high caliber volleyball, and even the teams who are struggling to get a W in the win column, a notch in the win column, are playing really good volleyball, and every point is really being earned.
Yeah, there was coming into the weekend, I had some preconceived notions of who was going to place where, especially in the tier ones, and it's definitely been a big surprise. Anyone can win. I was telling it to Connor yesterday. I said, listen, Connor, at this point, with the way these guys are, with the way Ascension's playing, it's anybody's game this weekend, truly. It's going to be a matter of peaking, right? Who's going to peak at the right time.
Exactly.
Just get good synchronization.
It's a brand new day. Everybody's starting every match at 0-0.
Yep.
A little bit of a tight set there for Ascension. Connor unable to push through that block. Feel like not a lot of people are going to be able to push an unassisted ball through Colin Hackworth.
Right.
That is a large dude. Back to Brian Lewis.
Oh,
great cut shot on that D ball. Finds that right back line. Great range on that swing. Zach Melcher on the serve. Colin Hackworth with a high swing over the block. I think Ascension might have been that net too, but great job taking advantage of the mismatch in size on the block there on the pin. Tom Nelson on the serve. Well passed by Ascension. Quick set on that right side. Connor Doherty able to get sneak that through around the outside of the block. Man, he has been doing that all match. He just has this ability, and so that was an example. Earlier we were talking about him waiting for that set to come low and chipping off the block as they were on their way down. That time he was at full reach, and he just took that wrist away shot.